What's up? So, how's everybody doing? Oh, that's fantastic news. Happy to hear that. I'm glad you guys are doing so well. Boy, the weather's nice outside these days. I was just thinking, leaves starting to fall off my trees, and gonna have to start raking here pretty soon. Get the leaf blower out, the tarps, the rakes. A good old time. Grand old time. So much fun. The art of leaf raking is a delicate one. Oftentimes, you know, I think in order to properly rake leaves, you really need three things. You need a leaf blower, of course. You need a rake, and you need a tarp. And of course, first you lay down the tarp. No, okay, I'm just messing with you guys. Let's go ahead and tell you what I'm going to talk to you about here, what you're doing here. In the final week of Holocaust class, by that final week, I mean final week. So hopefully you have all your stuff in, cross your fingers, or you're going to be very sad, like super sad, like depressed and angry and upset with yourself, mostly, I imagine. I mean, I can't imagine it would be any other reason. So hopefully you've gotten all your stuff done, hopefully you won't be sad, and hopefully you'll be all smiles. Let me tell you what we're doing. Yeah, so if we go to the Schoology page and we click on the Magical Week 10 folder, you'll see you're given a series of really 3 folders, all right? On Monday of this week, you're going to be watching a lecture and taking notes. On Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, Miss Bailey has a reading and an activity for you. Basically, you're going to be reading about Kristallnacht. We're going to be learning about Kristallnacht. We're going to be learning about the experience that Jews felt during their persecution of Kristallnacht. And of course, you'll discover what Kristallnacht really is about when you watch my lecture on Monday. But I'm going to give you a brief rundown and tell you it's called the Night of Broken Glass. It's a night of extreme persecution that was propagated by the Nazi government against Jews in 1938 and really marks a high point in early escalation of violence towards Jewish people in Nazi Germany. I'm also going to come here and I'm going to explain to you in detail in this video specifically, all right, how your newspaper assignment's going to go. And there's a lot that I have to say, so listen up. You know, keep your hands to yourself, and let's listen quietly and hear what I have to say. All right. If you click on, first, the Kristallnacht newspaper instruction link, you're obviously going to read instructions. Very good. We've gotten that far. We now know that instructions are often a written form. Sorry for that brief interruption, but as you know, instructions mean that you're going to learn how to do something. And my slow computer here is trying to load some instructions on my dinosaur computer. As it loads, it loads, it loads. As a matter of fact, let's see here. Boy, there's a lot happening with this crashed computer. It is not wanting to load my stuff. Oh boy. Boy, I hope I didn't waste all that time for this good beginning of my video. Please load. Please load. Please. Please load. Please. This is not looking good, children. Uh-oh. Mayday. 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 This is DEFCON 1. Nothing is working. Oh. Try it now. Any luck? If I hit stop, nothing. I can't really press anything. It's a fun time we have here. Although at least my video is still recording. Oh, wait a minute. Hold the phone.
No, it's not recording anymore.
Oh, it's definitely recording. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Woo! All it took is like 2 minutes here. Oh, it's still loading. Oh, there it is. Good. Oh, well, maybe we'll get this done in the time constraints after all. We got 10 more minutes left, so I can't record anymore. Fabulous. Well, you know, at least you can't say this is boring. I mean, at least I keep you entertained during this long intermission. Let's just crank up the music. Oh, anyways. Alright. think we're going to do it. All right, here we go. Maybe, because I have to load more. So, so obviously, what you guys are going to be doing is actually one of my favorite assignments. You're going to be doing the Kristallnacht newspapers, all right? So basically, you're going to be writing newspaper articles as if you lived during the time Kristallnacht was happening back in 1938. What a great year. And not great in many other ways. But Kristallnacht took place on November 10th, 9th and 10th, 1938. It was a night of devastation, destruction, death for Greater German Jews. You and a partner are going to create a newspaper. Obviously, you're not going to have a partner, so you're going to be doing this individually. All right, I'll tell you more about that in a minute. To create a newspaper and share various perspectives of that night. You will spend time researching your stories. There are several websites listed at the bottom of this page that can help you in research. You should be able to start writing it today and maybe finish a couple stories. You will type your stories into the newspaper layout. Use the directions below to help you with your newspaper. Let's see if I can't make this go down. Good news, it's moving. Oh, now it's not moving. Now it's moving again. Oh boy. So, typing your newspaper. I'm going to tell you right now to help you out with this. I've given you a link in your Schoology page. If you go to your Schoology page, let's see how well it loads. You click this link, and you go back to the Thursday, Friday folder. I have given you a link called Folders for Newspapers. In this magical thing called Folders for Newspapers, you gotta open it into another screen, I think. Oh my gosh, I think we're actually maybe gonna run out of time. This is fun. Loading, still loading. Are totally loading right here. But at least the music's good. I don't know if you can hear it, but the music's really good right now. Still loading. Loading, loading, loading. Well, I don't know what kind of computers you have at home, but I wouldn't buy a Lenovo ThinkPad. Alright, it loaded. You'll see that there's a folder called First Period Newspapers and Seventh Period Newspapers. And if you click on it, which is a scary thought, which is what I'm going to do right now. If you click on it, absolutely nothing will happen if you're on a Lenovo ThinkPad. But if you're on any other device, hopefully it will open up something. Can't even right now. We try clicking it again. Still nothing happens.
Might as well just stop recording and try to get it working.
Oh, and then it opens. Good. All right, inside you will find newspaper templates. All right? I'm not going to click on these. I'm going to try and tell you what you're supposed to do with these. All right? So basically, you all are going to choose one of these copies of a copy of a newspaper template. You're going to name it, all right, after your very own self. All right? By that I mean you should name the document your name, so that way we can keep track of what newspaper you're doing. Each newspaper template tells you where to put everything. It tells you where to type your articles, add your pictures, put the title of your newspaper. It even tells you where to put highlights of the stories within your newspaper. And it offers you an easy way to create a professional-looking newspaper here on Google Docs. So if you use the links on Schoology, hopefully not using a Lenovo ThinkPad, it will take you to that folder where you can complete your newspaper templates. Let's go back to the Thursday, Friday folder, which actually loads with relative ease. Alright. Go back back to our Kristallnacht instructions, which loaded. Thank you. All right. Once you are in the Kristallnacht newspaper folder, which I just showed you how to get to, click on one of the copies, claim it for yourself, just like I mentioned, and there's space enough for 8 articles. Since you're not working with a partner, you online students only have to do 4 articles. You will need to create these 8 stories about the story of Kristallnacht, meaning you should have 4 stories with 135 to 150 words each in length. That's really not that long. For those of you thinking, my gosh, 150 words, that's like one good paragraph. Okay, so I think we can write 4 paragraphs. Can we write 4 paragraphs? Good. All right, let's move on. So create your own newspaper. Like, things to think about. Obviously, you want to have a title. All right. Complete all the sections of the newsletter template. So like the title, points of special interest, add your pictures, all that stuff. Put the date of your newspaper as well. Do not plagiarize these articles. In case you're curious, you're using this in a Google Doc, and it tells me every letter you type, every word you type, and how you typed it there. And if a single press of a button you typed 1 paragraph, I'm going to be very confused. Don't do that. That's stupid. You'll get caught. You'll get a 0. I'll be almost happy about it at that point. So, some story ideas. Basic story outlines of the events of Kristallnacht. Story of Herschel Gertzspan, and you can look him up. Nazis' plans for Jews after Kristallnacht. Personal accounts. This could be a couple different articles. Kindertransport. What is it? And U.S. religious leadership reaction. So how did people, or Jewish people in the U.S. react? So I've given you a couple of good websites to use to find information on Kristallnacht to write your newspaper articles. Please use them here. Also, in Schoology, there is another link, which for obvious reasons at this point, I'm not going to press. But I can tell you right now that it's not so bad. Let me see if I can load it up. I'll be impressed if I can. By golly, look at this. It actually loaded. Relatives, maybe. All right. You guys can see the rubric, all right? It tells you exactly how every article is going to be scored. All articles should have a focus. Topic/subject is clear and it's explicitly stated. Organizational structure establishes relationship between/among idea events. Support information is related and supportive of the topic/subject. And it demonstrates skillful sentence fluency on the fluency subject. Also, conventions, articles contain 0 to 1 mistakes in spelling, punctuation, capitalization, subject-verb agreement, all the good stuff. Now it tells you everything is scored. So pay attention to that as well. And that is all I have to explain to you. If you have any questions, please email me or Ms. Bailey at ksearcy@spartan.limestschools.org or cbailey@spartan.limestschools.org. I hope your technology works better than mine. Peace out.